I want you to imagine a time when a man's strength was more than muscles and brute force. Imagine a time when his power came from purpose, from knowing who he was, standing firm in the storms of life. Today, in a world that often values comfort over challenge and softness over strength, many men have forgotten how to be dangerous, not in the sense of violence or cruelty, but in the sense of being a force of nature, a guardian of truth, a bearer of quiet power. This is a call to remember that core of our being, to reignite the fire that once burned brightly in the hearts of those who walked before us. You see, being dangerous isn't about swinging a sword or overpowering someone in a fight. It's about holding the capacity for immense power and choosing to use it with wisdom. It's about standing in the face of adversity and pressing onward. It's about looking fear in the eyes and daring it to flinch. But somewhere along the way, modern life taught many men to soften themselves to fit in, to avoid conflict at all costs, and to shrink their ambitions to avoid making anyone uncomfortable. We live in a world of convenience. From the moment we wake up, our phones tell us what to think, how to feel, and who to be. Instant messages replace conversations. Streaming shows replace real-time challenges. Virtual likes replace genuine respect. In this sea of noise, the call to real, raw, honorable strength can get lost. We are told to be kind, to be gentle, two qualities that shine in the right context, but can also mask an inner void if they become our only tools. Kindness without courage is like a blade without steel, beautiful but powerless. Imagine a man who walks through his day feeling safe, avoiding every possible risk. He won't speak his truth at the office for fear of losing favor. He won't fix the fence on his property because it's too much work. He won't challenge his limits in the gym because he might fail in front of others. He stays small, and in that smallness, he loses respect. First for others, then for himself. The world doesn't respect half measures. Deep down, people sense when a man is unwilling to take a stand. True masculinity has always been linked with self-mastery. The ancient Stoics wrote about it. Samurai warriors lived by it. Great leaders held it as their foundation. Self-mastery means knowing your weaknesses, facing them, and conquering them with relentless discipline. It means being dangerous because you have trained yourself to stand firm even when the ground shakes. When a man feels powerless, he collapses into fear. When a man feels powerful, he stands tall and changes the world around him. But why have modern men forgotten this? The answer begins with how we were raised. From early childhood, many boys hear, "Say sorry, don't fight." They hear, "It's okay to cry, it's okay to feel." There is nothing wrong with tears or empathy. Indeed, tears can be a sign of strength. But what's missing is the balance. Tears followed by strength. Society often pushes boys away from exerting force, even when force is justified, to protect, to defend, to create. Instead, we teach restraint without teaching responsibility. We encourage passivity without showing purpose. When a boy grows into a man who has never tested his limits, he becomes a man who never knows the taste of victory. He becomes a man who doesn't know the gravity of his own existence. This world is full of men who have never lifted weights heavy enough to shatter their limits, never faced rejection that carved purpose into their souls, never stared down a nightmare and walked through it unflinching. These men may be well-meaning, but they are spiritually and mentally weak. Their so-called kindness is actually fear wrapped in kindness, a refusal to stir the waters of discomfort. To be dangerous means to be prepared for battle. Battle against weakness, battle against complacency, battle against the dull ache of mediocrity that creeps into every moment. It means to hold fast in your mind and in your heart the unwavering belief that you deserve better than the easy path. It is a fire that burns so hot that it ignites purpose in everyone around you. This fire comes from adversity. It comes from pushing yourself when all you want to do is quit. It comes from confronting the pain in your past and choosing to let that pain forge you into a sharper, stronger instrument. Yes, there will be times when you feel vulnerable, There will be times when you feel small, but do not mistake vulnerability for weakness. Vulnerability is a test. It is the crucible that reveals who you truly are. The moment you stand in that crucible and choose to rise, you begin the process of being dangerous. You begin to become a man who can hold his head high, knowing that his strength is not just physical, but moral. A man who can stand alone in a crowded room and not bend under peer pressure. A man who can protect not just himself, but everyone he cares about. Now, what does this look like in daily life? It looks like waking up at dawn, even when you want another hour of sleep, because your body needs to feel the shock of cold air. It looks like setting a goal that scares you, then pursuing it as if your life depends on it. It looks like having the courage to speak up when others stay silent, to call out injustice when the world ignores it. It looks like training your mind to recognize that pain is not the enemy, but a sign you are alive. It looks like going to bed every night knowing you didn't settle. Think of that uneasy feeling you get when you know something is not right, but you stay silent. That feeling is your spirit whispering that you are not living up to your potential. Answer that whisper. Let it become a roar. Being dangerous is not about seeking out violence. It's about cultivating such integrity and self-respect that you naturally repel anything that doesn't align with your values. It's about being so committed to your own growth that you cannot be bought, intimidated, or swayed by petty distractions. There is a reason that men throughout history have risen to greatness in times of crisis. There is a reason the world has always looked to those willing to stand alone on principle and dare to be dangerous. Because dangerous men are the ones who build civilizations, who sail across oceans, who write symphonies that endure for centuries. They do it not just with intellect, but with steel in their spine. Picture your favorite hero from history, someone like Alexander the Great or Leonidas. They were dangerous not because they were cruel, but because their will was unbreakable and their purpose unshakable. Where do you begin? Start within. Observe your life. Where are you hesitant? Where are you shrinking instead of expanding? Where are you burying the truth of your own greatness beneath layers of distraction? Social media, Netflix, binging, hollow conversations that drain you rather than recharge you. Identify one area where you are playing small and take bold action. Maybe that means signing up for that martial arts class you keep talking about. Maybe it means having a difficult conversation with someone you've been avoiding. Maybe it means setting a fitness goal that seems impossible right now. Whatever it is, do it. Do it with everything you've got. And remember, strength without control is chaos. You are not striving to be a barbarian. You are striving to be a warrior of grace. A warrior who wields his power with purpose and kindness. A warrior who stands by his word, respects others, and demands respect in return. This balance, strength and compassion, power and wisdom, is the true essence of being dangerous. It's the combination that makes a man unbreakable because he can both give and receive, command and listen. If you find yourself afraid right now, good. Fear is a sign that you are alive, that you can still feel. Let that fear push you forward rather than hold you back. Let it be the signal that you are on the edge of something significant. The moment you step into that edge, you reclaim the mindset of a man who has forgotten how to be dangerous. Hey, if this message is lighting something inside you, do not hesitate. Like this video, leave a comment with your thoughts, and subscribe to join a community of men who are committed to rediscovering their fiercest selves. Let's build this tribe together. As you keep walking down this path, know that challenges will come. Some will shake you to your core, but you must stand firm. You must remind yourself daily, I am not a product of my circumstances. I am a product of my decisions. Every decision to confront discomfort, to take responsibility, to face a fear, each one chips away at the chains that bind you to mediocrity. And with each chip, your power grows. Being dangerous is not a one-time achievement. It's a way of life. It's a commitment to keep evolving, to keep testing your limits. The moment you think you've arrived is the moment you start to stall. A truly dangerous man knows that growth is endless. He knows that he must remain a student of life, always seeking strength in unexpected places. He knows that his mind must be sharpened as much as his body. So he reads books that challenge him. He seeks mentors who push him. He surrounds himself with people who refuse to let him be small. In every part of your life, relationships, career, personal development, ask yourself, am I operating from a place of fear or a place of power? Am I enabling weakness or engineering strength? When you answer honestly and choose the path of power, you start to live as the dangerous man you were meant to be. You start to attract respect rather than beg for it. You start to carve your legacy rather than follow someone else's. Here's the truth. The world needs men who are both strong and compassionate, who refuse to back down from the fight for right, who hold space for vulnerability but never lose sight of their own fire. We need men who are willing to be dangerous in the service of something greater than themselves, be it community, family, or a higher principle. This is how history moves forward. This is how civilizations rise, and this is how your life finds true meaning. So stand up, feel your heartbeat, embrace the tension in your chest. Let that tension become your fuel. Let it remind you that you are capable of more than you currently believe. Shine a light on the parts of yourself you have hidden, those dreams, that strength, that courage, and let them grow. It's time to walk out of the shadows of complacency and into the light of what you were always meant to be. Dangerous in spirit, unstoppable in action, unbreakable in resolve. If you felt this message in your bones, drop a comment below sharing your journey. Don't forget to subscribe and support the channel, because together we rise, together we become unstoppable.